Hey friends, have you ever looked at somebody, either a friend, family member, or even a complete stranger, and found yourself either consciously or subconsciously making pre-described judgments about them? Like a doctor prescribing medication for a patient. Maybe it's the way they dress, or act, or mistakes they're making. I know I have to catch myself falling into those traps. Essentially, this can be called the big brother mentality, where you can find yourself thinking of yourself as more important or better than somebody else. Simply put, another word for this is pride. There are two impactful stories from the Bible where we can see this harmful example in action. First off, in the Old Testament, we see the story of how the prophet Samuel anoints David as the next king of Israel. When Samuel first reaches David's house, he, along with most of the family, thought the oldest brother, Eliab, would be the obvious choice. He was tall, strong, handsome, and the oldest. But God deliberately chooses the youngest brother, David. It makes you wonder what was going through Eliab's head. Well, unfortunately, we get to find out. Many months later, as Israel is at war with the Philistine army, David heads to the front lines with provisions to give to his older brothers. And listen to how he is greeted by Eliab. "Why have you come down? And with whom have you left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know your insolence and the wickedness of your heart, for you have come down in order to see the battle." There seems to be extra menace and spite in Eliab's words. Was he bitter at David for being anointed as the future king instead of himself? And there's even that vindictive statement about the few sheep under David's care. It's almost like he's saying, "You're not king yet, David. Now get back to work." And later in the New Testament, we see Jesus give the parable about the prodigal son. There is a wealthy landowner who has two sons. The younger son disrespects his father, demands his inheritance, and abandons the family. After he squanders his money, he comes to his senses and returns to his father with regret. He is a changed man. But the older brother, the one who remained with his father and continued to faithfully do the work, he despised the warm welcome that his younger brother received. He says to his father, "All these years I have slaved for you and never once refused to do a single thing you told me to. Yet when this son of yours comes back after squandering your money on prostitutes, you celebrate by killing the fattened calf." Notice how he refuses to even call him as his brother. He says to his father, "This son of yours." Listen, we are all in need of God's love and forgiveness, and He has a unique purpose and calling for each of us. He had a specific calling for David, a specific calling for Eliab, and specific callings for the two brothers in the story of the prodigal son. So let's be faithful with those callings while helping those around us, not judging them or considering them as inferior. For we are warned in Matthew 7, "Why worry about a speck in your friend's eye when you have a log in your own? Hypocrite, first get rid of the log in your own eye, then you will see well enough to deal with the speck in your friend's eye." We need to lift those up who are below us. We need to be excited for others who receive the blessings of God, whether we think they deserve it or not. We need to be responsible with what God has given us to do while encouraging others with their calling. God has good plans for us today.